For this project, the research question our group sought to address was the thoughts and feelings people have about incorporating nature into a vacation. Via the group consensus map, which finds the main points brought up across different individual interviews, we hope to create and understand the managerial implications for ecotourism in Costa Rica. The research method we used for this process was the Zaltman metaphor elicitation technique. The study is based on the theory that we can explore conscious and unconscious thoughts through metaphorical image expressions. The technique is based around a set of in-depth interviews during which the interviewer will ask the participant a series of open-ended questions about the research question at hand. By finding the commonalities between the individual consensus maps, we were able to create the collective consensus map from the categories we had accumulated. Many of the constructs shown upon this map are interconnected, showing tight relationships with one another. Most of the categories we have consist of positive feelings about incorporating nature into a vacation.
Some of the people interviewed in the ZMAT expressed concern about the safety of being close to the nature. They were worried about the possibility of bug bites, diseases, quality of food and water, and so on. They were worried about the place not being safe enough and not having the necessary structure in the case of an emergency.
This category is called being uncomfortable. It focused on the negatives versus positives of nature. The respondents talked about how being in nature may exclude amenities that we take for granted in our everyday life, and how the respondents may have to come to terms with aspects of nature that they might not like, such as bug bites and fending for yourself.
Participants believed that vacation time in the nature would be a good time to connect with their family and friends. Getting away from the routine and technology would be an opportunity for them to share thoughts and experiences in an environment that fosters dialogue and peace of mind.
The learning category consists of the curiosity people have regarding other living beings and different ecosystems. Most people find it cool to learn about things such as animals' habitat, its eating habits, and reproduction techniques. To illustrate, we can see these same thoughts being leveraged in TV shows and documentaries, such as the ones in Discovery Channel. The escape from cities category is made of concepts such as run away from people, fresh air, and no noise. It represents the idea that people see nature as the opposite of the urban environment, which is usually perceived as with a lot of crowds, traffic, pollution, and noise. In the picture, we see a portal in a road, which illustrates the idea of escape.
This category is called mental health benefits. It includes categories such as being relaxed and forgetting about stress. Respondents believe that nature acted as an escape from the stresses of life. They also believe that nature has the ability to put people in a better mood, which provided mental health benefits to improve their quality of life.
This image shows a billowy sea beneath a cloudy, rainy sky, thus characterizing a storm. The storm represents the idea of a bad weather for the interviewed and is the third major concern that arises when thinking about incorporating nature as a component of a vacation. As a consensus, in order for one to fully enjoy nature, climate conditions must be ideal.
When in a natural landscape, you get excited because you find it amazing and even stop to look and take a picture. It's nice to be static and appreciate how massive and incredible the wildlife and nature truly is. On regular days, we take our environment for granted, but just sitting, enjoying a nice view, and not having anything to do allows us to really appreciate the aesthetic beauty. Bringing back memories relates to being a kid and remembering your childhood. Vacations are a flashback to when you were younger and may have visited the same places with your family. They're an opportunity to do the same activities you loved several years ago. Also, this is your excuse to leave behind the responsibilities of adulthood and return to a world of innocence.
In this picture, we can see 3 men rock climbing in what seems to be a completely natural environment and relates to the idea of trying new things. The nature offers people the chance to escape from their routines and do activities that differ from the ones they would normally be able to do. This chance to experience something new is the basis to attract people to the nature. In this picture, we see a woman reading a brochure in the middle of high grass close to a beautiful shore, which represents the idea of self-development. When a person is away from the things that characterize her routine and comfort zone, she can test her limits and convictions, and learn new things about herself. Additionally, she may have time to put her thoughts in order and connect with her inner self.
Participants often thought about outdoor activities when incorporating nature as a component of their vacations. The activities included hiking, as in the picture, going for walks, practicing sports that wouldn't be possible to be done in the cities, and even being outside to enjoy the views of the nature.
The category named Sense of Freedom is made of concepts that explore time and choice. It involves thoughts that go against the idea of having a daily routine with tight schedule. People relate incorporating nature into their vacation with the freedom of being able to wake up late, choosing whatever they want to do during the day, and not having to rush to complete things they are supposed to do. When incorporating nature to their vacation, people's minds work with mental health benefits as the core thought and objective. Trying new things, connecting with family and friends, and bringing back memories lead to self-development, which is linked to mental health benefits. Another way people perceive the reduction of stress is through the idea of escaping the city, which leads to a sense of freedom.
The central idea that rose through our interviews was that nature relates to the benefit of mental health. Advertisements can be placed in mental health magazines and wellness offices, and should promote the therapeutic benefits that are achieved through experiencing new things. They should picture activities that aid in personal growth and encourage bonding with friends and family.
Another important issue is that nature enables an escape from routines, especially the stressful lives in the big cities. This escape leads to a sense of freedom in which people are able to live in the moment without any obligations. Advertisements should focus on the freedom of choice that relieves stress and brings mental health benefits.
Advertisements should produce recall of childhood memories and vacationing in the same spots. Now these adults are returning with their families and enjoying the innocence that nature carries with the memories. This promotion also encourages return customers by showing that families are satisfied and loyal.